Hello everybody, back again to another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you. And I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Tuesday, December the 3rd, 2024. It is about 8:22 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope that you are having a wonderful week so far. I hope it's been non-stressful and productive. Me, myself, I'm doing good. I can't lie, it was kind of rough yesterday because, coming back from a 4-day weekend, so I have to get back into the flow of things. And I'm expecting today to be a lot better as I get back into the flow of, going to work and everything. So, yeah. But what I want to talk about in this video is, are you just living or are you just existing? Do you live a life that you would consider to be a fulfilling life, or do you live a life that you would consider to be an unfulfilling life? And I think that it's important for everyone to really sit down and ask themselves this question, because if you're living a life that is unfulfilled, then more than likely you're just not gonna be happy in life. Usually when it comes to someone feeling unfulfilled in life, they're going to feel like they're just going through the motions, right? And, in this society, I think that it's easy to get caught up in feeling like you're just going through the motions, right? It's easy to kind of just get, fall into a routine that can easily become very repetitive very fast, right? You get up in the morning, you get ready for work, you get stuck in traffic going to work, you go to work at this boring job and or a stressful job, you get off, you get stuck in traffic going home, you go home, you de-stress, eat dinner, do all that, go to sleep. Maybe before that you watch some TV or whatever, and you wake up and do it all over again. You do this 5 days and you get 2 days off. And say your job is stressful and it really drains a lot of your energy. You may not even feel like doing anything on the weekend. It's crazy how it's designed, but it's easy to see how someone can just start to feel like their life is unfulfilled. And then add on top of that, of course, bills. You got your rent. That's real high, because if you actually want to live in a decent apartment that's not run down, full of crime, full of nonsense, you actually have to pay a high price, right? I know here in Texas that that number is about $1,200 to $1,300 a month if you actually want a pretty good apartment, and that doesn't even guarantee you that the apartment's gonna be good. It doesn't at all. Going by personal experience now, you pay $1,200 or $1,300. That doesn't guarantee that you're even gonna be in a decent apartment. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. But you're paying that, and so that leaves you with having to pay for your lights, your food, utilities. And then once you've paid for all of that, now you hardly have enough money to really enjoy yourself, right? Because of how expensive everything is, you don't have that much money left over to even enjoy yourself. And that's contributing to you just living an unfulfilled life, right? And I have to be honest with y'all, sometimes I really start to feel like this sometimes. I'm like, why am I even going to work every day, doing the same thing over and over? And it's just repetitive. Work, pay bills, do it all over again. Work, pay bills, do it all over again. And I don't know. Sometimes I get into this mode where I even start to feel unfulfilled. And I can only imagine how someone would feel if they felt like this, right? They work long hours, they have a lot of bills. And by the way, if you want to not be as reliant, as trapped on a job that you don't like or you might hate, eliminate as many bills as you can. If you're paying for some expensive car, you have some $5, $6, $7, $800 car note. It's crazy. I've heard there's car notes that people are getting approved for that are like $1,000 a month. Are you serious? Are you serious? You seriously paying $1,000 a month on a vehicle that's going to go down in value, that's going to be worth like half the price it was 5, 6, 7 years from now? Are you serious? Yeah, they're approving people for car notes that are $1,000 a month. I can't believe that. But yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying. If you have a car note, get rid of that car note and get you a cash car if you're able to. Now guess what? You just eliminated a bill just like that. And now that you have a cash car, here at least in Texas, you don't have to have full coverage on that vehicle. You have to have liability insurance, but now you can lower your insurance bill for that car because now you don't have to have full coverage on that vehicle. You just have to have liability coverage. Now you've eliminated the fact that you have to have full coverage because you were financing that car, and now you have a car note. You got rid of those things. You're saving money just like that. You're not as dependent on that job just like that. Where else can you cut? Subscription services. You have some subscription service you're not using, get rid of it. Cancel that service. Why are you paying on that service when you could easily just cancel it, right? I think the idea of not being as reliant on a job can perhaps help to make people, kind of reevaluate their life and focus on the more important things in life, right? We just get so caught up in, just doing the same things over and over again, paying bills, going to work, right? Especially if you're someone who works lots of hours and you essentially have no time to actually truly enjoy life. Because when you're at work, are you truly living or enjoying life, or are you just going through the motions? I think for most people at work, we're kind of just going through the motions. We want that paycheck, right? I think this is something that is probably less common for people who own their own businesses or people that are self-employed, because at least they're the ones that are the final decision makers as to the direction of whatever company they own or going. Therefore, they have more control over their financial future, their destiny. Although someone who's a business owner can feel an unfulfilled life, because with a business, you have a lot of processes that you have to do over and over again. And then a business owner might feel unfulfilled in addition to the stress of not knowing how much money they're going to make. At least as an employee, if you work a certain amount of hours, you show up to work, you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid, right? But a business owner, it's a bit different. It's a bit different. A fulfilled life. Let's talk about a fulfilled life. Are you someone who, say, goes to work, right? You work a 9-to-5 job or whatever the hours are, but then you come home and you work on that side hustle that gives you joy and happiness, right? That side hustle that you're passionate about. Are you spending that time outside of work improving that side hustle? That's something that can give you joy and fulfillment right there. And, just doing something different, right? Now that I think about this, doing something different outside of your normal routine of just coming home and eating dinner and turning the TV on and just kind of doing whatever. If you find a side hustle, find something that gives you a sense of purpose, a sense of fulfillment, right? That's something that could potentially leave you feeling more fulfilled in life, right? For example, I do these videos outside of work. This gives me a sense of joy, a sense of fulfillment. I really like making videos. And so I do this. Another thing, I really like taking road trips to different cities. That's something that gives me joy and fulfillment. And I'm smiling because I'm already like thinking about my next road trip. Not exactly sure where I want to go just yet, but I have some plans in place, or even just a trip in general. One day I'm gonna take a plane trip somewhere, but I just really like road trips. I like that, you don't have to deal with the hassle of going through the airport and stuff. That can be stressful for some people, but a road trip, you just pack your bags, throw them in your car, and just ride on out of town, right? You don't have to deal with all the nonsense and the parking fees and all the people at the airport. You just throw your stuff in the car, pack your bags, throw your stuff in the car, and just go out of town. And so, road trips, that can be something that if you feel unfulfilled, try that. Try something different in general, right? If you feel unfulfilled, go volunteer somewhere. If you're somebody that doesn't go for walks outside, go for walks outside, or go to the gym, right? Again, travel, explore new places. Do something outside of the norm when you're off of work so that you do feel a sense of fulfillment outside of work, at least, because we all have to work, whether you're self-employed, whether you're an employee. If you just aren't able to get a sense of fulfillment outside of that job, but the job happens to pay enough for you to pay your bills and have money left over, do something outside of that job that'll make you feel more fulfilled. Just think of something, honestly. I mean, just think of something. Because you don't want to go through your whole life feeling unfulfilled, right? You work 30 or 40 years at some company, and you get to the end of your working years, you're about 65, and you don't want to go through life and get to that age and, just start having regrets about what you felt like you should have did when you were younger. You wish you would have did this when you were younger. You wish you would have did that when you were younger. You don't want to go through feeling that sense of unfulfillment. So I plead with you, do something different if you feel unfulfilled. I think that's what it takes for a lot of people, is to just do something different. You don't have a side hustle that you're working on when you're off work? Well, start one. There's plenty of ideas online. You can do what I'm doing. Make videos. I'm telling you, it's a good feeling when you're doing something outside of your job that gives you a sense of purpose, that gives you a sense of fulfillment, especially if you can make money from it, right? That way, you're not 100% dependent on that job. Now you have another source of income that's not tied to your job, and it's something that actually gives you a sense of fulfillment. And so, just kind of think about these things. I think that it's important that people feel a sense of fulfillment in life. I kind of think about this thing too, just going to work and coming home, and I kind of start thinking, I need to do something different. Something has got to change in my life, because I want an even greater sense of fulfillment, a greater sense of purpose. But it's like, I haven't really decided what to do yet. Now, moving to a new city is in the back of my mind, but it's like, I don't know if I want to do that. But I think moving to a new city by default is going to push me way out of my comfort zone. But you know what? Sometimes we all need to be pushed out of our comfort zones. We all need to be, tested in that way, because you never know what you never know what you are able to do and what would actually make you happy until you try new things. So, something to consider as well. But that was just kind of something I was thinking about. But yeah, my overall message is that if you feel unfulfilled, try something different, do something different. Maybe it is the job. Maybe it's time for you to get a new job. Maybe it's time for you to try your best at whatever side hustle you have, right? Maybe you can turn that side hustle into a full-time income. You never know. Just do the best you can on that side hustle and just do something different. Travel, go on vacation. If you have the money, of course. You could volunteer, and that'll really help you, give you a sense of purpose. Go out for walks, go out, go run at the park. You don't ever run at the park, go run at the park. Do something different. That's all I'm saying. Look, I really appreciate you all watching this video, and enjoy the rest of your day.